The object-oriented programming, or OOP, is one of the most effective approaches to writing a software. Okay, in object-oriented programming, you write classes that represent real-world things. Okay, and situation. This is real-world thing mean represent in terms of classes or object, and then situation. And then you create an object. You create an object based on these classes. Okay, when you write a class, you define the general behavior or property that a whole category of object can have. Okay, behavior can be property, can be method or function. This one we call behavior. Okay, so in the short definition of object-oriented programming is you represent the real world things and situation based on classes. Okay, the classes can be represented as a blueprint or the prototype of the object. Okay, and then the object is they will implement the classes. Okay, we call object. In a class, it will consist of the class name, class property, and then class function. Okay, or class method. Object-oriented programming, if you look at any object-oriented programming, they will consist of this thing. Okay, class, method, property, instance, constructor, and static method. This is the vocabulary that you have to be familiar when you are working with object-oriented programming. Okay, class. Okay, class. The class will be the first thing that when we talk about object-oriented, the class will be represented to us. Okay, in terms of object-oriented programming, we use a class to represent real world things and the situation. Okay, a class is a template for building objects. Okay, any class that used to represent the real things. Okay, the real world thing, whatever thing that around us, we represent in terms of class. Okay. As you see here, we have the class dog. Okay, if we want to create an object, we can specify many types of dog. Okay, it can be a dog name, for example. They are share the same thing. They are property, they are method over there. The class name is dog. The properties, there are many. For example, here color, eye color, height, length, weight, and method maybe sit, lay down, shake, and then come, something like this. This is a method, property, and the class name. And when we extend the class and then we want to initiate any object, okay, so we can use the base class or the class, okay, to be an object, and then we can specify the object. Okay, for example, the dog can be named Bobby. Okay, the property can be yellow. For example, color is yellow, eye color is brown, and method maybe sit, lay down, and check and come, something like this. Okay, this is the main point of class and object. Okay, in PHP, we can create a class or declaring a class by using a class name. Okay, by follow class and then followed by class name. Okay, class and followed by class name. And then we can have the extend, we have implement, we have interface, we have what we call property and method. Okay, the property will be $sign and property as you define the variable in PHP. The function or method will be named as function. Okay, the method and function is the same thing. Okay, but different name. Okay, we talk about method, right? We are talk about function. Okay, at the beginning of the class, and then that all thing of that knowledge can be applied to this class function. Okay, they are the same thing. Okay, you want to define function in class, we can specify function and then followed by function name. Okay, followed by argument, whatever argument is an option. Okay, it's an option, and then followed by on class. Inside the class, you can specify any statement. Okay, statement 1, statement 2, or whatever, echo something, plus a plus 1 equal to something. This is they should be specified within function. Okay, let's say we have a class. For example, we want to declare a class name as person. So this is the thing that it will be look like for class person. Okay, class person public name. Okay, then we have a function, two functions here, function get name, function set name. Okay, so the class person is a class name. Okay, and $sign name is a property. Okay, the get name and set name is the method or function of the class. Okay, and then if you see in the function set name, we have one argument that is set new name. Okay, a new name. Okay, if we try to draw the class diagram, we will see as illustrated in the right hand side. Okay, the right hand side, we see the figure class. Okay, person and name, and then set name and get name. Okay, this one. Object. Okay, object is if we want to initiate. Okay, we want to use the class. Okay, we want to use the class. For example, we want to use a class person, so we have to use an object to initiate, to create the thing from the class. Okay, an object is instance or occurrence of a class. Okay, a class can be one, object can be many. Okay, as I showed to you about dog. Okay, dog is a class. Bobby, funny, or whatever name of dog can be many as an object. Okay, in PHP we can create an object like this. Okay, we start by $sign object. Okay, any name. Okay, it can be any name variable, and then followed by new. Okay, we use new and then class name. Okay, for example, we want to create an object of class person. Okay, we use object equal to new person. Okay, if we have object equal to a person with a double quote, okay, it's not work. As I showed you, there become something red underline. Okay, it show you that this is not work. Okay, if your object equal to new person and then Sina 35 something, this is work because it will send two argument to there, but argument also should be available at class person. Okay, otherwise it will not work also. Okay, class equal to a person, and then we use that as a reference to the class. Okay, object equal to new and then $sign class. This is we can use also, or is equal to object new to person, the same thing. Okay, if you want to write the code a little bit more flexible, you can use that class equal to person and then object new $sign class. Okay, this is about how we can create an object from the class. Okay.